bird on a tree.
Hi everybody, you are welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, this channel covers lifestyle, health and family, and today we are going to cover the health side. Okay, so I am a registered nurse. Some of you will know I'm a registered nurse, and the health side is going to cover health tips, things that you need to know as a person in order to actually protect yourself from diseases. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of health topics here, and today I am going to cover kidney diseases. And the reason why I'm doing this in the early stage is because of the prevalence of kidney disease or chronic kidney failure or end stage renal diseases in Africa right now. Yes, I wanted to take it easy on people who are here to watch the videos. Start from somewhere and then you just work your way up. But unfortunately I have to start with kidney diseases because it's on the rise where we come from, and considering the fact that the health system there is not that great. I felt that as a registered nurse, my corporate social responsibility is to come here and talk about it, so people actually prevent it, or probably early detection, encourage people to actually take control of when it comes to their health, the necessary steps that people can take just to prevent themselves from these, or even if it has happened to you, what is the next stage. Okay, you just have to let health professionals detect it early, and I think that will save your life. Yeah. So anyway, I am not going to blab too much. If you are new here, again, you are welcome, and if you are returning, you are welcome back. Okay, so people who have not actually subscribe to this channel, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to this channel if you are into lifestyle, health and family. So the lifestyle is going to actually feature or talk about my life in general, so which will include a little bit tips about a woman, and my perfume reviews and the way I lead my day-to-day life. The family side, I am going to talk about raising kids, parenting, and home. It will include food as well. And when it comes to health side, we are going to talk basically for your health. So if this is the content you like, please go ahead and subscribe, and also turn the notification icon, so anytime I post a video, you'll be the first person for YouTube will notify, so you can come here and watch it. Okay, so without much ado, let's start. So before I say anything, I just want us to think about what kidneys are. Okay, what do they do? Okay, because if we don't know, we will not be able to move on to the next stage. Okay, and having said that, I am not here to be very scientific, science as in science. I'm not here to do that. I'm just here to summarize some things, and just to let you know the seriousness of this disease or of this issue. Now it is just rising in Africa. You call your family member and it's like, this person is dead, and the person will be as young as 20s, sometimes 15s, and then you ask them and it's like kidney disease. Unfortunately, our health system is not that great, okay, to help people like that. Here in Australia, I mean, there's a lot of people who are in the end stage, so end stage renal diseases. Okay, they are there and they have to go through dialysis and things like that. The equipment are here, the medical the health, the health side is very, very good. Hospitals and clinicians and health professionals are doing their best in this side of the world to help patients like that. But then when it comes to Africa, okay, considering the fact that it is cash and carry, apart from it being cash and carry, are the equipment there when we talk about dialysis? Okay, there may be some equipment there, but are they in their good conditions and things like that? So I believe you taking control of your life, okay, you preventing it in the first place is also, it is really, really good for you. So here I'm more interested in the prevention side. Okay, probably some tips about, you know, if you have the disease or if you are, you know, seeing some signs and symptoms to what you are going to do. But I am more of the prevention side. Okay, so there are some things that you have to do to just take yourself out of this situation so it will not happen to you at all. Because we all know, if you live in, you know, third world country, or if you live in developing country and you have this very expensive disease, renal disease, end stage chronic kidney disease or kidney failure, it is going to be an issue. Okay, so without me blabbing and going on, let's just jump right into it. So what are kidneys? We all know kidneys. We are human beings. We have 2 kidneys. Okay, sometimes people can lose one and they can live with, you know, with one, and some people are very, very lucky, you know. Some people can actually donate their kidney to some people, and we are not going to talk about that. We are talking about a healthy kidney. How are you going to prevent it? So what does it do? So basically what it does is actually remove toxins from your blood, okay, and also transform or turn waste into sort of urine. Okay, so that is why I was so surprised. Some people were talking about, you know, in the morning, back in the day, in the morning you get up, the first urine you have to drink it. Okay, these are toxins that the kidneys excrete. So sometimes I don't understand why people think it will help, but back in the day those beliefs were there and people were doing it, and I hope they are, you know, good now. So that is basically kidneys. Okay, it just remove the toxins from your blood, okay, and give the good blood, you know, to your body. Okay, so your body sort of absorb the good ones and then basically transform waste into urine, so you can pass it as, you know, you are going to urinate and things like that. So it is very, very, very important. So if your kidneys are not working, so basically what you are going to experience is there's no going to be purification of your blood, and if your blood is not purified, the toxins, you cannot live with toxins blood. You can't do that. So basically you are going to die. So it is very, very important, very, very important. So in this video I am going to talk about 3 kidney issues. Okay, and the first one, the early stage, being the acute kidney injury. Acute kidney injury. If we talk about acute kidney injury, what does it mean? What it means is, you know, the reduction of your kidneys to actually remove waste, you know, waste product, like what I said. It removes waste, you know, waste product from the blood, and also transform the waste into urine. So in this case, when it comes to acute kidney injury, the kidney is not that strong enough to do all this job. Okay, it is not strong enough to do all this job. So there's a reduction of what the kidneys are meant to do, because of some reason. Sometimes it can be some medication. Some people are on some medication that are not actually good for the kidneys. So sometimes when you take this medication for a very long time, it reduces the kidneys' ability to actually remove toxins from your blood, okay, and turn the rest into urine. That is why often than not, people who have, you know, kidney disease, sometimes you can see their urine sort of reduce. Okay, so they have you know, decreased urine output. But we are going to talk about the symptoms later. So that is what AKI means. So the kidneys, you know, there's a reduction performance there, so it cannot do its job properly by reducing or by removing waste from your blood or turning the waste into urine. Okay, so the kidneys, there's a problem with the kidney to do all this job, and that makes it really, really hard. When we talk about CKD, chronic kidney disease, that one, it has actually escalated into the middle part of kidney issues. Okay, so if you have chronic kidney disease, what it actually means is the kidney is now damaged. Okay, the kidney is now damaged now, because from AKI you didn't actually do anything about it. Now it has transformed itself to CKD, chronic kidney disease. Now the kidneys damaged. Okay, so you know the case is worse now, but we are going to know all about it in a later stage. And then we will talk about end stage renal disease. The name is self-explanatory. It is end stage, and in this case you need dialysis. So you need a machine that can actually remove the toxin from your blood, so your kidneys aren't working anymore, so the machine need to do the job for you. And this is where I get so concerned, because in Africa these facilities are not there. Okay, these equipment are not there, these machines are not there. I mean, even if they are there, I'm not really sure if the health professionals there actually, you know, they know what to do or whatever it is. I'm not really sure, but you know, we all believe they went to a good school and they know exactly what they are doing. But my main concern is the equipment is not there, so you will not even get the opportunity to use these. A lot of people here in Australia, I work in ICU, we get a lot of renal patients, okay, or dialysis patients, okay. So they will go to you know, the renal ward, they will go and the machine will just purify all their blood, taking all the toxins, and they will come as good as gold. But my problem is where we come from. Do we have those machines? And even if we have those machines, can you afford it? The access, is the access there? That is my problem. So in this case, I am more of preventing all these from happening, so you don't have to go through going for dialysis, you know, all this blue. No, that is not what we want. So now we've seen AKI, CKD, and an end stage. So the AKI, you know, the kidneys aren't really performing as it's supposed to perform. So there's a performance there, but it is not as strong as before. The CKD, there's a damage somewhere. Okay, the CKD, there's a damage somewhere. The end stage, the kidneys are damaged completely. So you have to use machines. Okay. So this is very, very important. So what are some of the symptoms? Okay, sometimes if we know the symptoms, we will be able to actually work on that, or we'll be able to do something about it. And what, you know, sadly, most people do not experience anything at all. They go to the hospital and it's like, this is how your kidneys are. Okay, it is in a stage whereby it is damaged, which is really bad. Some people do not even experience that, unfortunately. Some people don't experience that. But a few of their symptoms that I want to talk about, that anytime you see something like that, you need to get it checked. Not necessarily all these symptoms I'm going to talk about, it may be because of some other diseases or because of some problem, but not necessarily kidneys, if that make any sense. However, it will be very good for you to go to the hospital and get it checked. I mean, if you go and it is not kidney disease, but it is because of something else, yes, praise the Lord. Or if it's because of something even more dangerous, actually they will just, you know this is what is happening, and that will be looked into. So please, I don't want anybody to be saying something like, okay, you know, mom to four boy says something like, you know, if this is happening to you, if this is happening to, it's kidney disease, and then be all scared and anxious. And no. Okay, some symptoms, there are some symptoms that happen and it is not necessarily kidney, it's probably something else. But these are some of the symptoms that over the years, and researchers, they come up with, you know, these symptoms that you need to look out for when it comes to kidney issues. And sometimes too, funny, some of the symptoms are not actually related. Okay, so if you are not a health person, you will not even think this is kidney issues. Okay, you will not even think this, because it has nothing to do, or where you are experiencing pain, what is happening to you, it is not actually, you know, linked to your kidneys. So sometimes you wouldn't even know. We know where our kidneys are. Okay, it is at our, you know, it is somewhere inside us. And sometimes you feel like your waist. So if you are having pains in your waist, would you even think that this is a kidney disease? No, you wouldn't think like that, unfortunately. So that makes it really difficult for people to actually know this is kidney issues. Okay, so you get back pain sometimes, you know, your waist, you know, you experience some pains there, sometimes your side, sometimes your tummy. If your tummy is, you know, is aching, probably you think you've eaten something that is causing you to actually have the tummy ache, so you wouldn't even know this is related to your kidney. So that is why I said, anytime you feel something unusual about you, maybe you need to get it checked. Okay, I am here advising people that this is what they have to do. But sometimes if I experience something weird, it just give me so anxiety. It just give me some anxiety that if you ask me to go and check it, I'll be thinking in my head, okay, so what about if I go and they tell me something you don't want to hear? listen to me, it is better for you to hear the worst than to sit in there for the things to get into the end stage that nothing could be done about it, if that makes any sense. So make it a priority to go and get it checked, okay? And also, some people will have decreased urine output, like, you know, a normal person, you know, you are not sick. Sometimes, you know, you have to go to the toilet about 3 to 4 times and pass urine, decent amount of urine. But then here is the case: in a day you go to the toilet and then you pass just a tiny bit. You know, your urine output has reduced. You don't know the reason why, and this is going on and on and on. If I were you, I would go and have it checked, okay? It may be something else. It may be some serious thing that is happening to you, but you don't know. So please, urine output, okay? We know ourselves really well. You know, sometimes we think doctors know more than we do. No, you know yourself more than the doctors do, okay? So sometimes don't even think that everything you take to the hospital, the doctors will know and treat it. No. You have to be involved in your care. You have to be involved in the plan that the doctors are going to, or the plans that set aside for you, because you know your body really well. You need to feel something. You need to see something for you to go, oh, there's something not right, so I am going to get it checked. You need to communicate with the doctors and just let them know that this is not usual. This is unusual about me, and then you have to tell the doctor. So you know yourself really well. Okay, so think about that. And also, some people will have swollen legs, swollen ankles, and things like that. You will be there, you'll be experiencing swollen legs and swollen ankles, and you just sit there and you don't do anything about it, because a lot of people sometimes relate it to the fact that they eat a lot of salt. Yes, it is true. If you eat a lot of salt, sometimes you get these swollen ankles and swollen legs and things like that. But please, do not sit down. It could be something else instead of what you are thinking. Especially even if you are, I was going to say if you are not a health professional, but even if you are a health professional and you sit there and it's like, oh, my legs are big because I've eaten salt and things like that. No, you just need to have to, you know, just let it check before it gets way out of, you know, proportion, or get out of your hands and there's nothing you can do about it. Okay, so sometimes people also get shortness of breath. Strangely, that is why I said most of them are not related. Okay, most of the symptoms are subtle. Some of them are not related whatsoever. I think all of them are not related, and sometimes, or most of the time, people need to come to the hospital for the doctor to detect it. Maybe you come to the hospital for something else. You are not coming to the hospital because you have renal issues. No, you are coming to the hospital because you have cardiac problems. And then, you know, in the hospital we run a lot of tests, blood tests, and then we run a blood test and then we realize, oh, your urea, your creatinine, they are all out of whack or out of order. It's like, oh, okay, there's a kidney issue somewhere. Okay, so if it's AKI, which is the early stage, which can be treated, we just give you a lot of fluid, you know, flush the kidneys and things like that, and then we figure out the type of medication you are on that is making your kidneys reduce its function, and then sometimes we stop it or we reduce it and pass, you know, a lot of fluid just to flush the kidneys, and then sometimes we just monitor your urine output and things like that. Okay, so most kidney issues, sometimes we see it in a hospital. So if there's nothing has happened to you and you have not gone to the hospital, you don't see any symptoms, that is, I mean, sometimes I think that is a border. Unfortunately, you wouldn't know. So I will advise people to once in a while go for a checkup. Okay, just go for a checkup. Let them do blood tests, because this one I do it. I am just going to take the credit for myself. Okay, every 6 months I'll go to the hospital and check and do blood tests, just so they can check like full blood count and check it and see if there's you know something that I need to replace. Sometimes it's just replacement and things like that, because when I'm giving birth to my kids, I lose a lot of blood, so I have this anemia going on with me. So that is why I like, you know, checking my blood just to see if there's anything at all. So do that. They will be able to tell you your creatinine levels, you know, your urea level and things like that. They will be able to tell you that. So please, it is very good for you to do this once in a while. Okay, so these are some of the things, symptoms, but I know there's some registered nurses here who are going to watch this video. If you have more, just put them in the comment section down below, because I don't want to overload people with a lot of information, if that makes any sense. Okay, so these are some of the symptoms. But initially I said I am very interested in the initial stage, because that is what you can do something about it. I know a lot of people where I come from, there's a lot of freedom fighters who are fighting really hard for the help for the government to fix our health system. Okay, we understand it. Okay, great, we like it. I follow them, I watch their videos, because you know, whatever they are doing back when we go back to Ghana, we can also benefit from that. So these people are trying to talk to the government for the government to fix the health system. It is 100%. But what are you going to do for yourself before it gets to that stage for you to go to the hospital, for you not to even have treatment at all? Okay, because often than not, anytime people talk about, you know, these diseases, which we'll call it very expensive diseases, straight away you hear people just go straight to the government, and it's like, oh, it's because we don't have good health systems and things like that. You are right. You are right. But until the system is fixed, what are you going to do to actually prevent, or what are you going to do for early detection so you can be helped? That is why I am here. I am not I am not here for the end stage. I am not here for the CKDs where something is damaged and you have to go through, you know, all that. No, I am here for the prevention and the early detection. Prevent it, okay? Prevent kidney diseases, so it will not get to the stage whereby you become chronic. If something is chronic, that thing never goes away. It cannot be cured. Maybe they will just stop the process of it, you know, getting worse, but they cannot actually cure it. So I am not here for that. Okay, I'm not here for that. I am here for the initial stage. These are the symptoms. If you are home, you are experiencing some weird pain in the back, at the side, in your waist, okay, in the tummy, you are having swollen ankles for no reason. You are just having swollen ankles. Yes, if you are pregnant and you have swollen ankles, it is normal. I mean, people I had that when I was pregnant, so that is okay. But then if you are not pregnant and then you are having swollen ankles for no reason, maybe you need to get it checked. Swollen legs, this is a fluid accumulation. Okay, so you have fluid accumulating in your body. Just go and have it checked. Okay, it may not be renal issue, it may be cardiac as well, some problems as well. Make sure your blood pressure, people who have high blood pressure people, make sure you manage your blood pressure, because high blood pressure can also cause renal problems as well. There's a whole lot of symptoms out there. What I am going to tell you is, if you see any symptom, something strange that is not actually you, go and get it checked. It is very, very important. Go and get it checked. Some people get anxious, you know, with checking things like this, because I mean, you are scared of the doctors telling you the worst. But checking it, getting it solved, or getting the process stopped is better than you not checking it, and at the end you go and they tell you there's nothing we can do, or we have to use some machines, or you have to do this, or you have to do something that you don't have access to. So if you see legs are swollen, your urine output is reducing, you go to the toilet and you pee small, you know, quantities of urine, you are experiencing pain, you are having shortness of breath, difficulty breathing, get it checked. Okay, get it checked. Your blood pressure, please get your blood pressure checked. If you are diabetic, please get your blood glucose level to a level that is not too high. Check all these things. Make sure they are all in the normal ranges. Okay, that is why you have to get this small equipment at home. You can check your blood pressure, especially people who have blood pressure, who are hypertensive, people who are diabetic. Just have all these things. Okay, have it at home and check it, get on top of it, so it will not develop into something else. You are sick already. Your blood pressure is not good already. Your sugar level in your blood is not good already. So you don't want to complicate it. You don't want to make things worse. So get all these machines and check it. It may not be accurate as what you see in a hospital, but at least it will give you some ideas. Okay, to give you some ideas. I'm not saying not accurate. Sometimes when you come to the hospital, you use your machine to check your sugar levels and, you know, blood pressure and things like that. You come to the hospital and it's totally different. There's either a little bit more, but then the ones you are using at home too, it is good. I think it is made by some, you know, medical professionals, so they know what they are doing. Get all this equipment and check it. If you are on medication for blood pressure, what the doctors ask you to do is exactly what you have to do. You don't want it to develop into something else. Okay, so renal kidney issues is an issue. Now it's the prevalent in Africa, especially Ghana alone. It is on the rise. It is rising every day. anytime on social media, you call family at home, you ask them, somebody is dead because the person has kidney. When we went to check it, it was kidney diseases. But something could have been done to prevent this back in the day, but then we didn't do that. Okay, some people will not even know it at all. They'll go to the hospital and they are in the end stage, which is also not good. So if you feel anything at all in your system that you do not agree with, what is this, what is happening, you need to go and get it checked. Okay, I was going to use some statistics just so people will know, but I decided not to, because sometimes statistics are all over the place. You know, this statistics will say this, and then you read another article and then they will tell you different statistics at all. But what I can say is, now kidney disease or renal disease or whatever you call it, problems with our kidneys, okay, now it is getting worse in Ghana. It is killing a lot of people in Ghana. Prevent it or let them detect it early. By prevention, yes, if you are preventing it, I don't think I talk about prevention. If you are preventing it, as I said, if you have high blood pressure, please try and manage it so it will not get to that stage. Okay, people who are eating, especially what we eat, something I find out in Ghana, you'll be driving, and these hawkers, people who sell, you know, drinks and stuff, and then they come and stand next to you, and then we buy some drinks that we don't even know of. Now there's a lot of drinks in Ghana, and I know some people are in their kitchen, in their garages, you know, they are doing it themselves. I don't even know if they have the Food and Drug Board approve of them. I'm not really sure, but you can see different types going on, and a lot of people are eating. They are eating anything they lay their hands on. Be a bit selective. I mean, we are human beings, we work with our intuitions a lot. If you see something that you think, oh, this doesn't look right, you actually know it and stay away from it. Okay, you do not put anything you see in your mouth. I think that is what I saw. The car will stop and you see people trying to, oh, give me this drink, give me this drink, give me this, give me that. Yes, you are hungry, you cannot protect things like that. But sometimes our instincts tell us that this is not really something I have to drink. But if that is what is telling you, just please don't do that. Okay, so watch what we eat, manage your blood pressure. Okay, if you see any pain, if you not see any pain, you don't see pain, but then you feel pain in your abdomen, your back, your tummy, your side, you know, just go and get it checked. Just go and get it checked. Make sure this is not what it is, just to prevent it to escalate into something else. Okay, if you see your legs are swollen, you're having difficulty breathing, you know, things like that, you need to get it checked. But if you don't want to experience all these, please manage your blood pressure, manage your glucose level. Do not eat anything because you have to eat it. Of course, sometimes, you know, end-stage disease can probably be genetic as well, and there's nothing you can do about it. But I think you can stay on top of it. And we will come back to blood pressure. If you have high blood pressure in your family, try and manage it. Okay, now people are living on lifestyle, just lifestyle to manage their blood pressure. They don't have to be eating salt, they don't have to be eating a lot of fatty food, they don't have to be eating because for the fun of it, because they want to eat. They have to exercise, they don't have to gain weight and things like that just to make their blood pressure worse. This is what you have to do to prevent it. Do really well and prevent this. I mean, the prevention is very important than anything else. Prevent this kidney disease from even happening. And most importantly, if you feel anything that does not agree with you, or that is not actually usual for you, go and get it checked. Okay, because kidney disease, they are on the rise in where we come from. It could be all Africa. I can only talk about Ghana because, you know, that is where I communicate with people in our family. A lot of our family, they've lost their life because of kidney problems. You can do something about it, so you need to do something about it by actually listening to your body. Okay, and also what you don't have to do, don't do it. Don't do it for the fun of it. Okay, because our health, most of it is our environment. Okay, environment, what we see in the environment, what we do in the environment actually tells us a lot, or actually have an impact in your health, if that makes any sense. Okay, so take control of your life, take control of your health, and I think that will help you. That will help you to prevent. That is the word, take control of your health. just take control of your health, okay, and go and do blood tests. One random blood test sometimes, just to make sure all your blood are in the acceptable ranges. If you go and it is there, acceptable ranges, praise the Lord, you know, you don't have to think about it. So blood test, random blood test, full blood count test, they will check your blood and see everything, make sure everything is in their normal ranges for you. That is very, very good. That is very, very important. Okay, anyway, I hope you guys learned something. This is the health side, and I just started the health. I've done some health videos which is about a year ago, but you can also check them out. But this is the health side aspect of it, and I want to start from the renal side of things, okay, because I know that is the problem right now. Thank you so much for watching. Again, my name is Nanekia. Call me Mom to 4 boys. If you have any questions at all, just put them in the comment section down below. This is just a summary, okay? We are not going into details just to scare anybody here. So that just is just a summary, so people will actually take control of their lives, okay? So yes, if you have any questions at all, I mean, you know, personal questions, just put them in the comment section down below, or come to Facebook and send me a message, and we'll be able to talk from there, okay? If you have not yet subscribe to this channel, go ahead and subscribe, and also the notification icon, you know, the bell icon, anytime I post a video, because there's a lot of YouTube videos. I don't want mine to be lost in the sauce. So subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget, I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, same name, Mom to 4 boys. Just let's link there, you know, and yeah, let's connect, okay? So the name is Nanekia, call me Mom.